Welcome to the podcast series, Small Business Survival Conversations. Through our weekly conversations, we hope to provide you with strategies and insights, knowledge and expertise to enlighten you as you work to build and grow your business. Here are your hosts, Anna Steinfest and Dr. Michael Troyer.
Hello, everyone. And here we are again, Michael Troyer and Anna Steinfest, and we will talk about your marketing efforts today. So our topic will be Rethink Your Marketing. Hello, Michael.
Hello, Anna, and welcome everyone to our podcast. Good to have you here.
You know, as a small business owner, I spend some time, so I waste a lot of money on ineffective marketing. And it is so easy because the world of marketing is so complicated and you don't know what to do. And you hear from a lot of people, a lot of business owners that, you have to beef your marketing and things like that.
And yet we can really find some low budget ways of marketing that can still have the impact we want to have. Sometimes it's even referred to as guerrilla marketing because it's a little maybe off the mainstream, but it can be done and it can help us move our business forward in terms of growth. I think you have to test some tactics and see if they work and be willing to experiment. And if something doesn't work, you move on and try something else, but also give it a chance. It may take more than one try to see if that particular approach works.
Yes, you can have like mixed marketing, like social media with print. Just like Michael said, make sure that you test it and make sure that you measure it to see how many clients came from this channel. And then at the end of the day, we think that you will be better off because you will know what works and what doesn't work.
It's interesting too that you just said the word social media. And I think today that marketing has so much a larger context in social media being the second word, but the marketing's become a social thing. And I think we need to reflect that perhaps in the way we look at all of this. So Anna mentioned social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, so many different forms now that we're learning we can go out there and reach to our clients and create a social presence. And that's very, very important. That's different from the old days.
However, there is some strategies we want to share with your ideas we can give you today, which are kind of, I know it's old fashioned, but they work, like the print advertising for small businesses.
Yes, and take that print advertising in two ways. I think one is to put yourselves in print in some form, and we'll talk about some ideas for that in a moment. Also think about print in terms of handwriting. So one of the ideas I had in these other ideas from social media was that if you got, and Anna and I have talked again and again about that top 20% of your customer base that you need to really pay attention to. Imagine writing a handwritten note saying, Anna, haven't talked to you with you in a while. Hope all is going well. Love to have a cup of coffee with you when you have a moment. Let me know, Michael. One quick handwritten note just to keep Anna, my client, aware that I'm thinking about her and her business. That's one form of unexpected marketing, frankly. It's just saying I'm paying attention. But as we've talked about on it, we have others.
And not only that you're paying attention, but that client, he will remember it. And if he happens to talk to someone else and they have the same pain you solved for that client, he will be sure to recommend you because you took care of him. And, and he just remember that you just wrote him a note. No one right now, not a lot of people write a handwritten cards.
Might be the only handwritten note they get all year long.
Yes, but that's differentiator. That's what we're trying to do. And we've talked about the print advertising and direct mail. For some businesses, again, you have to evaluate your business and what is your targeted market. But for some businesses, it's an old-fashioned way, but it truly works.
Think about the inundation right now, the volume of just, we've got a mailing list of 500,000 people. We're going to send them all this little flyer, bing, 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 bing. Nobody pays attention. I throw it in the wastebasket. But a direct mail to me, as Anna's suggesting, aimed at me, is going to make me pay attention. So direct mail sometimes can be very effective and more so than email and telemarketing.
And what about, Michael, some professional and community opportunities for small businesses? Because, sometimes business owners, we are part of some business organization, which they offer an exclusive and advertising opportunities for their members. Make sure that you explore that. And they can offer like free promotions and organizational, they can put your information on the organizational website and kind of attract additional traffic.
And right in line with that, there are also, I think, a lot of regional business magazines and business newspapers that have sprung up, and they're good places in which to look to what is you place an ad, or in some other way you become connected, you write an article, but all of that through that professional and community opportunities for small business, you can do marketing. We have a number of those magazines and newspapers in our area. So they're worth looking for, because they're a great way. It's part of the larger picture, I think, of networking. And in all of this, I think when you put yourself in front of these other people in that form, you're beginning to humanize your business and who you are, because you're close to them. You're within the region that they operate. Unlike the mass media, is what I'm contrasting with. You're all trying to make connections and relationships because they're more important than ever. So make use of those professional and community opportunities. They're there. You have to find them, but they're valuable.
The other thing is, we were thinking when we were strategizing or putting our thoughts together, we were thinking as an idea is probably some of the specialized online advertising for small businesses. Like if you have a store, let's say on eBay, eBay, they're trying, you can promote one product, but after that, all the people who are looking for that product, they will be able to go and visit your store, and they do promotion of your store. And I think another, Michael, right now, if you ask me which was the other platform who does that.
Well, I'm thinking, I've often gone to Amazon.
Amazon
example.
also have a store. Yes, they have a store, and I know that, I don't know what is the cut and the background of Amazon. Also, you're absolutely correct. You have to be mindful of your cost as a small business owners, but that is something to explore, because you're not spending a lot of money.
And in any of these opportunities, you put a product up available, and maybe you're only selling one product, but the point is others will notice that there's a business behind that product, and then they may search you out independently. So even with I grabbed Amazon because I've gone there to look for a solution to a problem.
Mhm.
I found that solution, but then I've made note of where it's coming from. Oh, Rockler Tools. Well, I'm going to go direct to Rockler Tools now to look for other things I want. So Rockler's offering that tool on Amazon or on eBay has gotten my interest, and now they're getting my business more directly. So that's an interesting way to use that specialized online advertising to pull people towards your business. They want to see more of what you have.
In Facebook, I know that, I don't know whether whether it's effective or not effective, but the bottom line is Facebook is one of the most popular platform out there. So if you're good with Facebook, it may be worth it for you to advertise on Facebook. Sometimes it is inexpensive, sometimes it can get expensive. So you make sure that you track your dollar and make sure, again, how many customers come from that particular channel and assess them.
And Facebook, you mentioned Facebook also makes me think of two other online forms you can use. Imagine if you've got a group of people who know you a little bit, but you want to build a relationship. You could use Skype or FaceTime to carry on a little bit of a conversation. And the important point here, even both with Facebook and Skype and FaceTime, is you can begin to show a bit of your personality. You can get them to have a sense of who you are, your background, your expertise, anything in a casual way that begins to build that relationship. That's what you want for long-term marketing opportunities. So there's a lot of alternative ways to market your firm, and you need to experiment with them to see.
Absolutely, because by choosing several of these advertising ideas we just shared with you and focusing on them, you will be able to grow your customer base much quicker than you would relying on word of mouth alone.
Now, two important provisions I'd toss in here. One, plan where you're going to go in this alternate to the more expensive marketing. Plan where you want to try something and track your results.
Yep.
And then you can go back and say, this one worked, that one didn't work. So you can keep experimenting.
Yes, exactly. So plan, track, reassess, and go back into the loop. So we hope we gave you some ideas you can explore. Let us know. We would like to hear from you, your feedback. What worked for you? What doesn't? And do you want to share some of your successes with us? Or maybe you would like to share different ideas that work for you. We would love to have this in the air. Thank you so much for listening to us. Have a wonderful day.
You've been listening to the Small Business Survival Conversation podcast. Make sure to like, rate, and review the show. And don't forget to join us next week for another episode. In the meantime, hook up with us on our Facebook group at Small Business Survival Tools and Tips. Till next time, thank you for listening.